Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. To the ground with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Beck. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Trojans. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Big 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Let's see what they've got on second down. It's a reverse. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I know that wasn't a long game, but I'll tell you what, when I'm a defense, there's so much motion that goes into it. And now I know you're going to hand the ball to the wide receiver and things you can do off of it. But you see, he chews up yardage really quickly, gets an easy game. That was an effortless game. And a lot of times running backs, it's a lot harder to manufacture that kind of offense.
Single back formation, and they give it to him.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Georgia going up tempo. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
USA 7, Georgia 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The run from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's back to throw on second down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's reeled in. It's Marks. Across the 25, he's got room. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Offense in a split backfield. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Working on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans look to do some damage in the red zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Back to pass, it's back. He's got his man. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Marks. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Getting some heat. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Sends it downfield. And he reels it in inside the 30. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Man, what a sweet dime that last pass was. The Trojans always seem to have a quarterback who can make you pay in the secondary.
And it's always a big, strong-arm guy that throws the ball all the yard, that's just good-looking. I mean, just all the things that most people aren't, but that they want to root for and cheer for because they always find that guy at that position that does great things.
What a tremendous job in coverage by that DB. He just stayed in the receiver's hip pocket, then able to locate the football and swat it away.
Off play action. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Trojans are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Bell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Back to pass, it's back. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry up. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover. Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. They're bringing heat. He turns that loose down the right side.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Oh, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking for space. It's Hemby. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a big in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't make the play on third down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
BYU 7, Maryland 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Cougars will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On second and goal, they go right back to him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Third and goal situations, these are so hard as a defense, so little room to be able to give an inch at all. And you know when he goes under center, there's a good chance quarterback sneak's coming, and the offense does it and successfully gets the touchdown.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Looking for a deep man. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down for 42.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cougar. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 0.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Maryland, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him and what he's seeing right now. He's seeing ghosts. Doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
Skips away from pressure. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it. Going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, BYU. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's...
It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. To the air, it's Sanders. He's got it down the middle.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Looking at a second and short now. The snap sets up the throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got room at the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Give to the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. Movement here from the tight end. On second down, wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that went nowhere fast. And 1st out is a good time to run a screen, try to catch them being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill. But the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. A 1st down for the offense. They go to the ground. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Got it set up on the outside. Sweet spin. Touchdown, Alabama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
That's the end of the first quarter. Your score Alabama 7, Oregon 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Whittington. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oregon! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took it.
And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown, Ducks! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
Yo, scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He tries to take the top off. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time.
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Gonna run it. It's James. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oregon 28, Alabama 14.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground with the running back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The inside handoff. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Coming after him. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's holding. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. And offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They're trying to get to it. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky.
A shot toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field... Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Criswell. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
From the gun, the ground game. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Hampton. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
To the air, it's Criswell. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to consider subbing some fresh bodies out on the field.
He's looking to pass. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Need. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Smith wants to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 7, Houston 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Got him downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right?
Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Smith dropping to pass. He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
At the 35, he's loose. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Grab near the marker. It's Need. Touchdown, Houston! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it. Got him, and nobody's close. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's right on target. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Now improvising. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Criswell. Buying some time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's the end of
heels. We'll kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick it off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Using his legs, it's Snead. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Keeps the legs moving. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Starting to feel a little pressure. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Criswell. Makes his connection. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And he will score! Touchdown, UNC!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21. Houston 7.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Houston going up tempo. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Smith wants to throw. Using the quick game. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out, but if no...
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turnover.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pitch.
You're dang right.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. That pass is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with an open.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. If we need to go for it on 4th down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's blue. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Handoff to the single back. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Getting some heat. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Just steamrolling his way through. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They spun that wheel of fortune on. And come up bankrupt.
Man, he looks short of that play, and The quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
And the quarterback is snowed under. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things.
And he breaks into the open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Blue. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak.
14, Ohio State, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Howard. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They're bringing heat. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense.
Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bobcats will put total leather to crank us up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Coming after him. Taking a shot on the first play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that ball's free behind the line. And the defense got it.
Offensive linemen, when they get beaten, they're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the fly.
Coming out with it, it's Ford. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Keeps the score. Texas State, 13.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent
Fires and picked off. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
To throw, it's Sanders. Pressure coming.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On second down, wants to throw. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Man, I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for to score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. They're trying to get to it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the... And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Line gets set, first down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second.
It's a fumble on the play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick time. Defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On third down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Man, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up, and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Really nice run there, good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Feeling some heat. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Finds his man. It's Hudson. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mustangs! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did...
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He wants to pass it on second down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Ferguson. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Quick strike complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Right down the middle. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there are so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and we have functions. You get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather. You get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. This head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Fights off a defender. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him, too.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll go to the sneak. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. Dropping back, it's McCord. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the tailback. He's there to make the stop. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle. It's Gadsden. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Allen. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon. And the guy that this...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dart. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going up top on first down. Might be looking to run. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Dumps it to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Gonna let it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. They're going to throw it on third and goal. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
To the air, it's Dart. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board.
Trying to burn this defensive back. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, and this drive to start off the second half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Cuse. And that one will give him the lead. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off the speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback took that. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Give to the running back. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking for a man. It's McCord. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes a catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on first and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys.
He uncorks one deep. And he's got it at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw, it's Dart. Throws to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy a Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Got room at the 35. The expressway is wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Same tailback, another carry. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big time.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down, so you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
Quick throw over the middle. He's got a receiver wide open here. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finding space at the 20. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Joseph. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Gets some space around the 30. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
And then first down, right back to the running game. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And they'll stop him after a short game.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Running play called on 3rd and short. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking for a gap, it's Martinez. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Canes will line up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a 1st and goal, all the way to 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on 4th and goal.
Knocks that one right down the middle. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit. Here's the 2nd down play. Looking for a gap. It's Brooks. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. Everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw and keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at midfield. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this is great execution here on their screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the 4th quarter,
And that one's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 40. Past the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown for the U. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
BAT is good, so the score is 10-7 now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, this is textbook defensive back play right here. He's in phase with the wide receiver. And the thing that I love, and a lot of defensive backs don't have the ability to do, he gets his head turned around, eyes on the quarterback to know when the ball's coming to allow him to knock it away.
And the one moves the ball up to the 33. The Red Raiders will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Joseph. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. On the run here, lets it go. That's caught. It's Corton. He's stopped, and he gets a 1st down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Ward. Running out of time in the pocket. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. Defense is coming after him. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. The Canes will have to punt this one away. So on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Kelly.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looking for some space. It's Brooks. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
And the Red Raiders pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They're finally looking to click. This has been a struggle for both offenses so far. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
That's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up down.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Scanning the field, it's Morton. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
The completion sets up a second down play. Looking to throw again. Bringing pressure. He'll try a pass here. Nice grab. It's Kelly. And they finally tackle him down at the one. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big guys.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's first and goal. Dropping back. It's Morton. He's running out of time here. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Usually you'd like to run the football this close to the goal line, but if you're going to throw it, I'd get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker so you don't have a risk of taking a sack.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Looking to score with a run to the right. Touchdown, Texas Tech. They jump in front here in the fourth. And now to try here for the extra point. PAT up and good, so the lead is 4 during the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. So quickly up to the 35-yard line for first down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The sure hands. It's Portland. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To the air. It's Ward. Quick throw complete to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
The Hurricanes with first and 10 here. Here's the handoff. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
In the red area, it's Martinez. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He stays alive. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he stopped just short, down to the 2, but an excellent run.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
First and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Hurricanes. To take the lead in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. This one is broken up, ball's incomplete. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Back to pass. It's Morton. The pass rush closing in. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. He's moving out of the pocket now. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The ball falls to the ground, and you have a national champion. But they fall a little bit short at the final hurdle. Small consolation, but they really had an excellent season. A lot to be proud of. Just couldn't get the job done here today.
Chris, that's really well said. And while I know we're going to have plenty of time over the next few weeks and months to focus on the champs, it's not easy to get to this point. While I know it's tough in that other locker room right now,